It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler. It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler.
Hey guys, Tyler here. Today for this video, I'm gonna talk about whether or not trans people should compete in sports. Now, before I start the video, I first want to state that I am not against the LGBT community. And matter of fact, to me at least, the most important element of a person is their personality. I honestly do not discriminate based upon sexual orientation, based upon gender, or that other crap. To me at least, the most important thing to a person, to me at least, is the fact that they're nice, that they're kind, that they're helpful, basically a good person of character. It does not matter their sexual orientation. If you're a good person, you're a friend to me. So, I don't want anybody coming to this video calling me a transphobe or like a gay phobe or whatever, because honestly, I have nothing against these type of people. In other words, I'm asking the people who are watching this video to actually watch the entire video before casting judgment on me. Now, the first time I heard about this whole entire debate about whether trans people should play in sports or not was actually South Park of all places, where basically there was like some sort of trans woman lifting weights against a trans man, and of course it was so hilarious. And of course that whole entire episode just basically sparked debate on whether or not people should actually compete in sports. I don't claim to be a scientist. I am not an expert. As a matter of fact, I'm terrible at math. And so basically, this is the perspective of the layman here. As far as I know at least, basically trans people suffer from gender dysphoria, where basically they're born one way, but they think that they're opposite sex. For example, a person could be biologically men, but somehow, thanks to gender dysphoria, they could think that they're female. Or if a person was like born biologically female, they think that they're like a male or something. And so basically, thanks to gender dysphoria, trans people feel the opposite of how they're born with, and so that's why they think that they're a boy or a girl or whatever. I don't follow much sports, but I know for a fact that sports is basically separated by the genders. Like for men's sports, they have men fighting, of course, competing against each other for like soccer, for baseball, basketball, tennis. And also for women, they have women's sports for basketball, soccer, tennis, and these other sports. And so basically we know that biologically that men are much more stronger than females, and of course vice versa. So basically we want to have the games to be much more fair during competition, and I guess that's the main reason why we separated based upon the genders. Let's say for example there was like a boxing match and there was like a guy versus a trans man. Now the trans man is actually biologically a woman. And so basically, if the biological man go against the trans man, that means that the biological man actually is way much more stronger than the trans man. And so basically, because the trans man is biologically woman, that means that the injury will be much more grave compared to somebody else. Or let's say, for example, there was like a trans woman fighting against a biological woman in a boxing match. Like basically when it comes to that issue, of course the trans woman will be way stronger than a biological woman. And so basically the game would not be fair, it would not be equal, and thus it does not make any sense for them to compete against the opposite gender. It just does not make any sense. So what's a good compromise for this whole entire controversy? Now personally, I think a good compromise for this whole entire controversy would be to make a whole entire separate category called trans sports. Like with men's sports or like women's sports, trans sports could have like the trans people competing against each other. We already know and we already established that having like biological women and men fighting against each other, that's not going to work out. So the best solution is to make sure that trans people actually have their own kind of sports. That way, no one can actually get really hurt or something. Personally, I do not know that much about sports. However, I think this compromise might be good for both conservatives and also progressives. The progressives will be happy that there are trans people competing in sports, and of course the conservatives will be happy that no one actually getting hurt, so it might be a win-win for everybody. But what do I know? Then again, I don't really know about sports, so I can't really make a comment about the sports stuff. But what do you guys think? Tell me in the comment section down below, and I'll talk to you guys next time.
It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler. He's your only black friend, so he's your best black friend. I wouldn't trade him for another black friend, because black friends are rare, as you should be aware. He smiles like Richard Pryor, so just sit and stare. It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler. It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler.